anniversary. 100 years of shaping leaders, visionaries, and change makers. On Saturday, June 14th, 6 p.m. at Bishop's High School, the BHS Centennial Committee presents Men in Leadership, a live national forum with 4 distinguished bishopians in a powerful dialogue discussing law, politics, religion, and national leadership. Moderated by award-winning journalist and bishopian Ira Mathur. Join the conversation. Sign up for free at bishopstobago100.com or on Facebook. Watch it live online. Don't miss it.
Themed From These Hallowed Halls, Men in Leadership is an evening of reflection, leadership, and legacy. And this morning we are joined by Brettney Romeo, the marketing ambassador, if you will, for the BHS Centennial Committee, and former Student Council President, Mr. Daniel Wilson, to tell us more about the upcoming event. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Now.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm very pleased to have you both because you have quite the legacy to boast about, and it is very fitting that before Father's Day we celebrate some iconic men. Brettney, to start things off, tell me a little bit about the selection process for these honorees.
Thank you so much. So, as you rightfully said, we are celebrating or coming up on Father's Day, and also this month is all about World Men Mental Health Month, So the selection process was a unique one because up to March of this year, we had 4 of our esteemed alumni being part of national office. So we had, of course, Right Reverend Claude Berkeley, Bishop of Trinidad and Tobago, Honorable Ivor Archie, Chief Justice of Trinidad and Tobago, Honorable Dr. Keith Rowley, former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, and Honorable Farley Chavez Augustine, Chief Secretary of Tobago House of Assembly. So in current affairs, this is the first time that this has ever happened where 4 of our alumni were held national office. So we felt that it would have been a good opportunity to just have a conversation with these old boys, as you would say, to see how their experiences at Bishop's High School would have shaped and helped to mentor and mold them into this national service. So I think the the committee actually had a very easy task to do, because how can we be able to select and not be able to celebrate these men? Of course, there are other men who have done amazing things in Trinidad and Tobago and the world who came from Bishop's High School, but we felt for this special moment, we wanted to focus on these 4.
Makes sense. An easy selection then, technically. But Daniel, as a former Student Council President and just as a gentleman altogether, what was the significance of hearing that these were the persons to be honored, and perhaps similarly you've walked the same steps that they have?
Yes, I think that this initiative by the BHS Centennial Committee is so important now, especially as young men in the society. We want to see leaders who look like us, who represent us. And treading these hallowed halls of Bishop's High School, I never really had to look too far for good inspiration and good leadership, because it was always within reach. Men like Dr. the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley, Chief Justice Ivor Archie, me as well pursuing a study in law. It gives me great pride and encouragement to, be among such great, exceptional leaders, especially men in leadership. And I would also encourage other young students across the Tobago space, across the Trinidad and Tobago space, to join us in this journey. Because Bishop's High School Tobago's history is not only a history of our own, but it's also Tobago's history. We are the oldest secondary school on the island and the only secondary school to produce such a wide array of leaders. So it is important for us as young people, as young men in the society, to really take the lessons and the tidbits and the stories that these men have to share come Saturday.
Brettney, tell me what Saturday will actually look like, because in terms of the event, this is one of many, I imagine, to celebrate this year.
Yes. So as you're aware, and for all Trinidad and Tobago to be aware of, we have been celebrating the centennial because we launched on September 14, 2024. So this is a whole year of culminating activities. So we're here this morning more specifically to focus on this one, which is From These Hallowed Halls, Men in Leadership, a conversation. So I want you to close your eyes and picture that you come back to Bishop's High School. And this is also invited to persons who would have not attended Bishop's High School, because we feel that this is important for us to share. And of course, knowing that Bishop's history is Tobago legacy. So it's not just for Bishop's High School alone and Bishop students. So you enter into the esteemed hallowed Bowles Hall. Bowles Hall has such a reverence that we always come back to Bowles Hall anytime that we want to celebrate and reminisce and build nostalgia together. It will be transformed into a space where you will come and you will have a seat and you will have a conversation with these 4 esteemed panelists. Of course, it's going to be moderated by world-renowned journalist Iram Matur, and it's going to be a conversation where you can be able to share and ask your questions. They can be sent beforehand, or they can be sent on the day, and you'll be able to have this insight. And as Daniel had shared, tidbits into how these lives of these men would have been transformed, and to be continue to inspire other young men as well.
That I can imagine.
It's going to start 6 p.m. on Saturday. So you want to be early because we have limited seats. And of course, we don't want it to be that you come and just stand the entire time. We want you to reminisce and be able to network as well, because of course, Bishop's High School's network touches so many doors. So it'll be an opportunity for you to present and to be able to have that networking and conversation one time at the school.
So you're giving us time, we know location. In terms of cost, any sort of figures we should be aware of, Daniel?
I do not think there's any registration fee. Persons are just invited to ensure to reserve their spot at the Bowles Hall by calling 260-2025, and you can visit the BHS Tobago 100 website for any further information.
Fantastic. In that case, unfortunately, we run out of time, but we know that it is a full year of celebrations. So this being one of the events, we hope that you have a packed hall and continue to produce the leaders of tomorrow from Bishops as well.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Of course, Brettney Romeo, the marketing ambassador, and Daniel Wilson, former student council president, both of BHS Centennial Committee, giving us some insight into the upcoming From Hallowed Halls Men in Leadership event happening on the 14th. You guys can check it out online, but for now, we take a break and wrap things up after these messages here on the Now Morning Show.